So now you are urged to examine yourselves, to see whether you are holding to the faith. Are you accepting as fact the headlines you see in the paper, the phone call you just received, the morning's mail, or the news on TV that suggest unlovely and horrible things to you? A friend calls and pours out all the bilge in the world, telling you how bad things are and how they are destined to get worse. As you listen, bare woes enter and are assumed by you. Now, if you understand this law that imagining creates reality, you should, like a computer, choose what you are going to allow to enter. You must be selective. The man who tries to absorb all the nonsense in the world will become what he accepts. You must guard the doorway of your mind and refuse to entertain anything that denies your dream. Test yourselves. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless, of course, you fail to meet the test. If you know that imagining creates reality, then you cannot fall victim to appearances. Fate is not seen in the outer world. It is the unseen conviction, the inner certainty that what you have imagined is already real. If you accept the evidence of your senses against the assumption that you are already what you want to be, you have failed the test. But if you hold fast, refusing to give up your imaginal act, then you are living by faith, and faith will harden into fact. I ask you, what are you dwelling upon? What occupies your mind morning, noon, and night? For that is the seed you are planting, and the harvest must follow. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. If you sow unlovely thoughts, you will reap them. If you sow the assumption of your fulfilled desire, you will reap that. This whole vast world is nothing more than man's imaginal activity pushed out. The headlines you read, the conditions you face, the problems you think are pressing in upon you, all these are the fruits of yesterday's forgotten imaginations. Change your imaginal activity and you change your world. So test yourselves. When confronted with doubt, with fear, with bad news, do you remain faithful to the unseen imaginal act? Or do you fall back into the old habit of believing the senses? Christ in you is your imagination. To doubt it is to fail the test. To trust it is to prove that Jesus Christ is in you and that you are He. Examine yourselves, therefore, whether you are in the faith. For the faith of which I speak is not credulity. It is not blind acceptance of things heard from without. Faith is the subjective appropriation of the objective hope. Faith is daring to assume that which reason and senses deny, and persisting in that assumption until it solidifies into reality. So tonight, let us take this challenge. Let us test ourselves. Let us assume the noblest, the loveliest, the most wonderful thing we can imagine, and hold it. Let us refuse to entertain the news of the world that denies it. And if we remain faithful to the end, we will prove that Christ in us is the power and the wisdom of God, and that imagining does indeed create reality.